Hey guys, Sekishoku here with another review. This time I'll be reviewing the Sekishoku Ouraitou Yudou Breaker from Resha Sentai ToQ-Oh. This is ToQ-6's main weapon. So this includes two things, the Yudou Breaker and one ToQ Resha. We'll start by taking a look at the weapon first. So in keeping with the railway engineer theme, ToQ-6's weapon is a light baton, which those workers use to help guide trains and let them know when it's safe to proceed. So for the base, you've got black and orange, a little bit of silver on top, and then black and yellow caution stripes. We've got the ToQ symbol, the TQG letters here, in nice metallic silver colors. You've got some clear red for this unlatching lever and the trigger. On the back side we have the same details, battery compartment here on the handle, and the on and off switch right here. For the baton piece, we've got clear red plastic with some silver for the outer casing, and this line here with black and white stripes along it. And if you take a look at the inside, you can see some molded in rings that help to obscure light and kind of diffuse it, as this does have both lights and sounds. And we also got the speaker down here, so it's a little bit more black paint up here on top. So the included Resha is the drill Resha, which I mentioned in my Apple Changer review. So this one uses blue as a base color, though it's a slightly darker blue than the blue Resha. You've of course got the white striping along the side, a little bit of gold for both this split in half cockpit here, more caution stripes around this ring part here, and then a gold drill bit, which has a lot of nice mold in detail and can be spun manually. Though it would have been nice if they'd engineered a way so that one set of wheels on the bottom would turn the gear when you roll it along, which is something they've done in the past with the Go-Go drill from Go-Go Sentai Bokenger. So this also has a black base down here, and a socket for attaching it with any of the Reshigatai, or rather linking it up to other ToQ Resha. Of course we also have the hitch here, so you can take two, line them up, roll them along, or put this one in front instead. So getting to electronics, start off, switch it on, you'll get a confirmation sound and lights in the baton part. So when you pull the trigger, it'll cycle through two alternating attack patterns. And that's all it can do on its own with nothing inserted inside it. There's no extra sound for when you hold down the trigger. Just those two. And it would have been nice to have a feature where if you hold it down, it would basically start strobing to kind of simulate how a light baton actually works, where basically it more works on a toggle of switching lights on or off. And so for the special attacks, just take this red latch and unhook it. That will pop this up. Then pull up the slot. Take the drill Resha, insert it inside. Then while holding down the release lever, press down on the chamber. So what you notice about the special attack is that it includes three drill-shaped lights. that add to the basic lights for when there isn't a Resha inside. This also has a secondary attack pattern, or a second special attack. So in order to do that, just unlatch it, which will pop up a slot. Then close it back down again. One more time. Now there's also a third attack, or rather a secret sound to the special attacks. It's not a third attack pattern, but it is a different intonation to the first one. And so in order to do that, you have to cycle through the standby cycle 9 times. So having done it 2 times, all I have to do is get that is just to open and close it 7 more times. So it's the same phrase as the first special attack pattern, but the intonation is a little bit more exasperated. So then when you're done, you can just open up the slot and take out the Resha. Now similarly to the ToQ Blaster, this is the kind of thing where any Resha will work. For example, I can put in the build Resha, and it'll also activate this special attack. And that's just because, as you can see here, there's a little rail here, and then this little button. Putting in a Resha will press down this button, and then when it's closed down, it'll push down a button that's inside the chamber. Now, what you want to be careful to do is make sure that you log it into these rails on the bottom. Because it is actually possible to put this in, or basically to put in a Resha, and miss the rails, and when that happens, you won't activate the sounds, and instead you'll just have the Resha rattling around in there. So you want to make sure that's locked into place. And so that's it for the functionality of the Yudou breaker. Of course, this can also work with both the ToQ changer and ToQ-Oh. So we'll bring in the changer. You need to go through its sounds. First, summoning. Transform. And then transfer. And then we can bring in ToQ-Oh. And for this combination, we'll take off the front card to pink Resha, and replace it with drill Resha. And this creates ToQ-Oh drill. So with this, you've got the spinning drill action. And again, this is a case where it would have been nice to have some kind of mechanism to activate the drill spinning, like a wheels on the bottom, or some kind of a button, or even a dial, instead of having to spin it manually. Although it does noticeably lengthen this arm, because Dual Resha is quite a bit longer than the front card Pink Resha. But it's not too bad as a combination. So, while in my opinion the Yudou Breaker is definitely a fun toy, it's a little bit tough to recommend. Not because of its limited functionality, that's to be expected for the weapon of a 6th Ranger, but rather because of how much it's going to cost. Unlike the ToQ Blaster, this weapon cannot compact into any shorter form, meaning that it comes in a box that's longer than usual. And what that means is that shipping is going to cost a little bit more than it would if you were to buy something like the ToQ Blaster, where it can be compacted into a mode that's easier to package. And again, this has rather limited functionality, just having two basic attacks, then 2 special attacks, and a secret sound. And the Drill Resha is not necessarily an essential Resha, so if you want to, you could just get this from the eventual Japan or Kanto release. It is, like I said, a fun toy, and I do like the light patterns, as they do look nice being diffused by the chamber. But unless you're really a pretty big fan of ToQ-6 and really want his weapon, it's hard to recommend this, at least at the base price. If you can find a really good deal for it where it doesn't cost too much and the shipping isn't too much, then I'd say definitely go for it. But at the base price with standard shipping, it's tough to recommend. So just to reiterate, while this is definitely an enjoyable toy, only get it if you can get it for a reasonably good deal. So, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and share my channel for more videos. And for now, this is KRX50, writing off.